Good evening, everyone. Let's begin with a new chapter in maths and a new video. The chapter is decimals. Okay, so what are decimals? Decimals are numbers that have a whole part and a smaller part separated by a decimal point. In the previous videos of maths, what we have seen fractions. In fraction, we have left like 1 divided by 2, 3 divided by 4. The most common example of fraction were dividing a pizza, a regular pan pizza, in the member of four, okay, who live in a family together. One is daughter, one is son, one is father, one is mother. Okay, so everyone gets one part out of the 4. That is a part of the whole, that is fraction, and 1 divided by 4, the number which you get, it's quarter, that is 0.25. Okay, so 0.25 is a decimal. And in here the example which is showing in front of us is 25.7, that is also in decimal. So here 25 is the whole number part which is actually whole, and 7 is the decimal part, the dot which is called the decimal point. Okay, so this is a very small introduction of what is decimal. So now with the introduction and the definition of decimal, let's continue with the place value in decimals. You might know the place value, like if there is a normal integer or a whole number, 5, 50, 1000, so they have places. Now just like whole numbers, which I have already told you, have place values, decimal also have place values, though it's a little different how we explain them in terms of words. So you can see the example 45 decimal point 368. Now for whole numbers, you know 4 is in tens place, 5 is in ones place. Okay, so now let's first in the left hand side see the place value for decimal and the whole number part. Place tens, value is 10. Where the place is ones, the value is 1. Decimal point, the value is dot. Tenths, 1 divided by 10. Hundredths, 1 divided by 100. Thousandths, 1 divided by 1000. So with the example, I have already told the whole number. 4 is in tens place, 5 is in ones place. Now 3 is in tenths place, 6 is in hundredths place, 8 is in thousandths place. Okay, so you got the understanding. So sorry for the inconvenience. So you got the point again with the example 45 point decimal point 368. So here 4 is in the tens place, 5 is in the ones place, 3 is in the tenths place, 6 is in the hundredths place, 8 is in the thousandths place. Okay, so here we complete place value and decimals. After knowing the place value of decimals, now here is a simple story example. I had already in the beginning of the chapter decimals, I had told you about pizza example. Here it is. Rahul bought one pizza and shared it with his friend. Since Rahul and his friend are only two people, and if he shares, it means he would have shared half of the pizza. Half pizza means 1 divided by 2. One whole pizza is there, it's divided into 2. So it's 1 by 2 each. That 1 by 2 can be written as 0.5. So, okay. Now decimal helps us represent smaller parts easily. Okay, so how can you take this with another example? It's simple. You simply, when you say that you need half kg of potato and grocery store. So half kg potato means what? 500 grams. Eventually that can be written as 0.5. When you say I need 250 grams of lady finger, so how will be 250 grams? It's 1 divided by 4, or simply how did I get to 1 divided by 4? 250 grams is what? Out of 1 kg, right? So out of 1 kg, so 250 divided by 1000 grams, that is equal to 25. 250 ones are 250, 254s are 1000. So 1 by 4, that again comes out to be 0.25. Its decimal value is 0.25. 250 grams in decimal is written as 0.25, that is 1/4 of 1 kg. Okay, so it's 0.25 kgs, not grams. Grams will be 250 grams, but when I talk in kg, it's 1 by 4 of 1 kg. So that comes out to be 0.25 kg, not grams. So now let's begin with converting fractions to decimals. Let's learn a simple trick. Okay, so example is 3 divided by 10 equal to 0.3. So if the denominator is 10, move one place after the decimal. Okay, so 3 by 10, first put a decimal and then write 3. So it's 0.3. Since it's 0.3, before the point, it has to be 0. Another example is 25 divided by 100. Now denominator is 100, so move 2 places after the decimal. It will be what? 0.25. Before point, it has to be 0. Now there is a quick practice. Convert 7 divided by 10 and 45 divided by 10. 45 divided by 100. You don't have to say it right now. If you know, please comment in the comment section. Okay. Now going to another part where we compare decimals, which is comparison of decimals, which is greater, 0.8 or 0.5. You can add a 0 if needed, because many of the people or students will think 0.75 and 0.8, it's only 0.8, where is one more digit? So whenever there is 0.8, you can add 0. So, but obviously without 0, if you compare 80 and 75, which is greater? The number 80. So eventually in decimal, even if you keep 80, so it will be greater. So answer is 0.80 is greater than 0.75. So now let's begin with small sums which are present in decimals. First we will go with addition of decimals. There is a golden rule which you should follow. Always arrange decimal points in one line. Example is 12.5 plus 3.25. How will you do the addition? It's right in front of you. 12.50. I added 0 because 3.25 is there. So how will you assume that what is above 5? So anything which is not present after decimal, so after any digit of decimal, you can add 0. If it's blank, you can consider or add 0. So I have written it as 12.50 plus 3 point is below the point, and 25. Now you do the simple addition. 0 plus 5 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7, keep the decimal, then 2 plus 3 is 5, 1 comes down. Answer is 15.75. Same we go with subtraction of decimals. It's 8.5 minus 2.35. Again, after 0.5 there is nothing, so you keep 0. So it's equal to 8.50 minus 2.35. 0 is lesser than 5, so you carry 1, so it's 10. Minus 5 comes down, then you carry that 1 from 5, so it becomes 4. 4 minus 3 is 1, then 8 minus 2 is 6. Answer is 6.15. Then let's go with multiplication of decimals. It's a little complicated, but let's understand this. Example is 2.5 into 1.2. Why to worry about decimals in multiplication? Because with decimals, multiplication is tough. remove all the decimals and you multiply normally. Okay, so 25 into 12, I did normal multiplication, which you see comes out to 300. Now how many decimal places you can see? 2. There is 0.5 and 0.2, 2 decimal places. So 300 is the answer. Now take 2 decimal places. So after 3, you have to remove those zeros. So the final answer is 3.00, that is equal to 3. Understood? Now division of decimals. 4.8 divided by 2. Again, with decimal division is tough. Remove all the decimal, it comes out to 48 divided by 2, which is very easy, 24. Put decimal property, which will give you the answer is 2.4 because there was one decimal place. This is what sums in decimals work like. For the most important things which you all wait, that is the tricks. Here are the few important tricks. Trick 1, adding 0 after decimal does not change value. Example is 0.5, it can be 0.50, it can be 0.500, it doesn't change value, all three are the same. Trick 2, to compare decimals, make decimal places equal. So it's like 0.4, you can write it as 0.40, like I said in the previous examples of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, now trick 3, always align decimal places vertically, which you know the golden rule for addition. Okay, now common mistakes which students make. You all make some common mistakes because of which you lose marks in the exam. Forgetting the decimal point. No one remembers decimal point because most of the times we think it's whole numbers and integers and we multiply, add, subtract and keep and divide and keep as it is. Remember, if you see decimal point, please add the decimal point. Not arranging the numbers properly also creates mishaps. The answer comes out wrong. Comparing 0.5 and 0.50 wrongly, they both are the same. You shouldn't compare. Counting decimal places incorrect in multiplication, that is the most common area where people make mistakes. You multiply and you forget the decimal points, and if you count the decimal point, it comes out to be wrong. So be careful with these in the exams. Got it? So now it's time to come to a closure on the chapter decimals. There is a mini quiz for you. Try this very quickly. Which is bigger, 0.9 or 0.89? Add 5.2 plus 1.35. Convert 9, divide by 10. All these answers should be in the comment box, comment section. Now for the exam tips which you all needed very badly, write numbers neatly. Keep decimal points in straight line, add 0 when needed, check decimal places carefully, practice word problems daily. Practice makes you perfect. And now for the summary revision. Today we learned what decimals are, place value, fraction to decimal conversion, comparing decimals, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of decimals, important trick and common mistakes. After all these decimals, now decimals should be or should feel super easy. Okay, so please do subscribe our channel, like, share, subscribe, comment, share it with your friends, family, neighbors, relatives, everyone, wherever you have any kind of need, and share it to all, because India needs to learn and India should learn. Thanks for watching this video and have a good day.